Hello, I'm Mitali Singh and I'm currently working as a legal intern at Lexis & Company. Today, in this video, I will be talking about bankers' right to lien and set off. In order to understand bankers' right to lien and set off, firstly, it is important to understand the term lien. What is the meaning of lien? So, let's start. A lien is a right of a creditor in possession of goods, securities, or any other assets belonging to the debtor to retain them until the debt is repaid, provided that there is no there is no contract either expressed or implied to the contrary. It is a right to retain possession of specific goods or securities or other movable property of which the ownership vests in some other persons and the possession can be retained till the owner discharges the debt or obligation to the possessor. We can also state that it is a legal claim by one person on the property of other as security for payment of a debt. A legal claim or attachment on the property of other as security for the payment of an obligation. In Chalmers on Bills of Exchange, the meaning of banker's lien is stated firstly. A banker's lien on negotiable securities has been judicially defined as an implied pledger. A banker has, in the absence of the agreement to the contrary, or lien on the bills received from a customer in the ordinary course of banking business in respect of any balance that may be due from such customer. It should be noted that lien extends only to negotiable instruments which are remitted to the banker from the customer for the purpose of collection. When the collection has been made, the process may be used by the banker in reduction of the customer's debit balance unless otherwise enmarked. We can also refer to Paget's Law of Banking, where speaking about the banker's lien, the learned author has stated that apart from any specific security, the banker can look to his general lien as a protection against loss on loan or overdraft or other credit facility. The general lien of bankers is part of law, merchant and judiciary recognized as such. In Treaty on Contracts, it is explained that the lien is applicable only to negotiable instruments which are remitted to the banker from the customer for collection. When the collection has been made, the proceeds may be used by the banker in reduction of the customer's debit balance, as I told you, unless otherwise earmarked. So, as far as the legal requirements are concerned, there is no need of any specific agreement, written or oral, to create right of lien, but it arises only by operation of law. For under the Indian law, such an agreement is implied by the terms of section 171 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, so long as the same is not expressly executed. In order that the lien should arise, the following requirements to be fulfilled. First, the property must come into the hands of the banker in his capacity as a banker in the ordinary course of business. Second, there should be no instrument for a specific purpose inconsistent with the lien. Third, the possession of the property must be lawfully obtained in his capacity as a banker. And next, there should be no agreement inconsistent with the lien. So thank you. That's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video.